Hello, Jack Wagner here. I'm the owner of LS Mortgage Services, Austin Area Workplace Benefit Program, and Austin Area Savings Network. And when I'm out talking to real estate agents and insurance agents, I often ask them, well, what makes you different from the other agents? Why would anybody want to hire you? And I think you probably know most of the responses I hear. So I'm going to ask you to take a different look at what you talk to your customers about. Do you ever ask your clients if they know how the banks make money? I'm going to show you how to address this question and how to talk to your clients so that you are different than the other agents that are out there. Do you ever touch on the fact that the banks are not your prospect's friend? Today, the banks pay anywhere from 1 and in some cases as much as 2% on savings accounts, right? How much do they charge for the various types of credit that they offer? If it's a mortgage, they charge around 5%, maybe a little lower. At any rate, if they pay 1.5% for the money from your savings account and rent it out for 5%, that's at least a 70% gross profit. Incidentally, did you know that the banks make about 87 cents on every dollar they take in on a mortgage over the first 7 to 10 years? Odds are your client doesn't know that. What about auto rates from 10% to 18%, depending on a person's credit, and 10% to as much as 40% on some credit cards, plus fees? They personify the old adage, borrow low and invest high. My approach to working with clients is to show them how to lower their cost of borrowing, then help them with my 12-step cash flow money plan, so they too can enjoy lower interest rate cost and get a bigger return on their investment, namely their home. That's where you come in. That's right, I go to great lengths to show them a home is a real investment. I show them how to have Uncle Sam help them fund their retirement program and help pay off their debt and their mortgage in as little as 6.5 years. All of this by using their current income and getting the same 30-year mortgage anyone else would be offering them. It's all about making their money work harder for them. This picture says it all. When people ask me what rates are, I tell them that consumer rates are around 5% today, and bank rates or effective rates are around 1.275. And then, of course, I ask them, which one do you suppose they want to talk about? I then explain what I see the average buyer's plan is. I can count on one hand the number of buyers who disagree with the information I have on this slide. So then I ask them to consider these facts. The total cost of buying and financing your home. Left-hand column is the amount of the contract. They're all based on a 30-year loan with 5.5%, not including taxes and property insurance. But on a $100,000 loan, they'll pay $204,403. On a $300,000 loan, they're going to pay $613,210. Did you know at a 6% rate, a 0.5% rate increase over what I quoted here is equal to $31.40 a month, or $11,425 in total interest paid over 30 years? And is it fair to say, stop worrying about interest rates and pay attention to the amount of interest that is paid? Then I go into the concept of most mortgage brokers and bankers. That's the refinance facts. If you refinance your mortgage in 5 years, which is average NAR specifications or statistics, and assuming that you have a $100,000 loan and you're going to go out and refi that 5.5% loan for 4.75%. Well, if your initial loan amount was $100,000, your payment was $567.79, and after 5 years you still owe $92,461, means you paid off $7,539. You're going to have closing cost of $3,000 on the average, and you'll end up then rolling that into it and have a new loan balance of $95,461. Your new payment, however, is going to be down to $497.97. So that's a monthly savings of $69.82. Well, the big question is, how many months before you break even? That's $3,000 closing cost divided by $69. I guess that comes out to $42 or 42.97 months, correct? Well, I'm going to tell you that's wrong. It's actually 530.89 months, 44.24 years. And it's because I'm going to ask you what happened to the $34,067 in payments that you made over the past 5 years. Who has that $34,000? You or the bank? Is it any wonder that the average homeowner struggles to get ahead and the average baby boomer only has $35,000 cash at retirement? If they keep starting over, the bank is the one making the money. So my next question is, when was the last time a realtor, a lender, or an insurance agent showed you these facts? My reply to that is, there's just two reasons they never showed you this information. One is they don't know, or two, they don't care. Now, do you still think that all realtors, lenders, and insurance agents are the same? And should you and I consider working together? So I told you I'd address the question, are all agents the same? What I showed you is the basis of this approach. There are more parts to this to drill down on and how to be unique and for you to use this strategy to differentiate yourself from the herd. My number and email address are here. Call me. I'd love to show you the complete presentation.